Strap in. We're into the top 3. Our season preview. Working title FC. We're taking a look at all 20 teams in the Premier League. It's time to get to the big boys and Chelsea. These are the last 3 episodes. Hope you've been enjoying it this far. I'm joined by Senzo. Sexy man. Sexy man roaming the streets of Ilovo.
Putting people on fraud watch. Not a fraud. Ryan.
Yes.
Ryan.
No frauds here.
No frauds here. Almost got frauded by Kanye West.
Almost.
Almost got frauded. He did.
He did.
He got it. He got a STEM player. He got it. So if you want to know what's going on, pop back and take a listen to our previous episodes. If you have not, we put them all out at the same time so you can listen in a batch or delete in a batch, whatever you want to do. Drop us your thoughts at the real PTP and possibly at Working Title FC. We hope it's available.
Yes.
We haven't checked. We haven't checked yet.
It's been a couple of weeks, but we're almost there.
So it's time to get into Chelsea. Now, when we spoke about United, if you don't know us, Senzo and myself support Manchester United, so we're very quiet. We're very, we don't make a big deal out of it.
And there's a man who had a lot to say.
Ryan supports Chelsea FC.
I bleed blue.
He bleeds blue, and he I don't quite get the significance, but he brings out a packet, says, I got something for you guys, gives us some popcorn and goes...
And he ends up watching us.
Yeah, he goes, this is something for you guys to watch. Ryan, I got something here for you. In my bag, down here. I'm just excuse me as I go down here. You see, that's what I've got for Ryan.
I was expecting middle finger. No, it was not.
Not far off. Sentiments is the same. So let's get into it, Ryan. We'll be polite. Chelsea...
Paolo, do you know my thing is
preview.
Do you know my thing is about like Chelsea fans and the whole London area as well? They think we're concerned about them. We actually don't give a flying fuck about London. Because all the football that matters is being played. We've got neighbors that wear blue and they're busy on our porch making a noise. And they think we're going to look to London.
No, don't worry. Too focused on holding Ronaldo down. You know what I mean?
Not really. You guys can't afford his wages.
Hey, listen.
Pay him first.
So talking about holding Ronaldo down. Is it Todd Bowley or Ted Bowley?
Todd Bowley.
Either.
Todd Bowley.
Old Todd Bowley was thirst trapping Ronaldo, catfishing him, trying to get him any attention. So I don't talk about, Ted.
And then we
Ted
expressed how much we don't want him.
Oh, whatever.
Because you saw how much the wage
never wanted him anyway. We never wanted him anyway.
He's like, Chelsea.
You guys sound rehearsed.
So listen, I got to say something, right? When now the unfortunate sequence of events that leads to Abramovich having to leave Chelsea. Yeah. Not funny at all. Okay, it's no joke.
Yeah.
But football fans, we like banter, we like the macabre. So I go, you know what? This is actually great. Chelsea, back to the shipyards for you.
Yes.
Because you've always been West Ham in a better part of London. Okay. Then you got all this money, and not just money, a prime Jose Mourinho who sets you on your path. Mm-hmm. Right, establishes. You don't get Mourinho at that point. Mm-hmm. The rest of it doesn't follow.
Absolutely.
Chelsea, let's not be bitter. Chelsea have been consistently the best team in the Premier League, won everything over the past 15 years, right?
15 years.
Let's not be bitter about it. But sliding doors, you do not get Mourinho at the same time. The rest doesn't follow.
Absolutely.
Okay, fine. But fair enough, you had your fun. You've had your fun.
It happened. It happened the way it did, yeah.
Roman, okay, you kind of friends with Putin. We got to take your shit away. And I'm like, okay, cool. Chelsea back to mid-8th.
Yeah, 8th and, barely scraping Champions League.
Back to mid-table for you.
Yeah.
But fuck's sakes. It's like the girl that you used to have a crush on, dating a billionaire, breaks up with him, you say, good. Or he breaks up with her, and she goes and lands up not only with a billionaire with billionaire friends.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Mr. Dodgers, eh?
How does this happen, Ryan?
I don't know how it happens, but we've spoken about it on the previous show about Chelsea and how much Roman meant to the club. Roman was married to the club. As we all know.
Chelsea.
He
was Chelsea, yeah.
And he was invested and involved in every damn decision that went on. So, looking for a successor, the man wasn't in it for the money because whoever bought Chelsea, it was just going to be donated to charity. It obviously had a high price tag, but he wasn't about to just give it to anyone. So Todd Bowie, I think he was linked to wanting to buy Chelsea a bit earlier, like 2 years ago. I'm not mistaken. So I was quite shocked because I saw quite a few people.
He's got a thing for blue, eh? LA Dodgers, Chelsea. He's got a thing for blue.
Yeah. But I mean, we
He's
saw
part of a gang.
Lewis Hamilton was linked to a buy. Who is the other one?
Consortium. He was
Oh,
part of.
Conor McGregor.
Serena Williams.
God,
Oh God, who wasn't linked to buying Chelsea at that point?
I think
I
we
was
were at a
really
stage.
worried.
I think we were at a stage as well.
No, 'cause the thing is, right? When you come from someone like Roman, who's been involved and invested in every club, where do you go from there?
Yeah,
And-
because that's the best it's ever going to get for Chelsea.
And that's the thing. It's like now as Chelsea fans, we trying hard to stay strong, but now it's like, what's going to happen in the future? It's like it's a ticking time bomb.
It's fine, eh?
I mean, even Thomas Tuchel had to use his own money to fuel our bus to take the players to the other games. It was like credit cards were cut off.
I'm pretty sure he kept the receipts and got refunded.
Oh,
on
yeah,
that.
he's
pretty
German.
sure as well.
No, listen, it's a great story, and I think we all got to be honest. Chelsea were never gonna get tanked. There was always going to be, especially if no buyer had come through. I think the Premier League and the British,
They were going to make a concession.
because it was nothing to do with what Chelsea did wrong. It was just,
Exactly.
and it wasn't their decision. So I don't think Chelsea were ever going to tank, and I think something like this would have happened. It's a completely different era, right?
Yeah.
At Chelsea, we don't quite know. What I'm kind of looking around for, and I mean, Senzo, you made the great point earlier, and Ryan's just written his love letter to Roman. I kind of got to wonder about that. I got to check your bank accounts if you're ever getting any payments from Russia. Okay, any
From
crypto,
Russia with love, yeah.
right? Marina. That's
Marina's not there anymore.
this was the deal maker. This was the kingmaker, and she did not put a foot wrong while at Chelsea
At all.
she
That's
did the
Roman's
deals.
right hand.
So now, and it's a completely different way of doing deals now. So I heard, Ryan, I don't know if you heard, maybe you can confirm for me, they've even changed the way Chelsea players get their bonuses. So previously it was all front loaded, and then if you won trophies, you got a little bit of money. Now it's all back loaded. So you get all your bonuses
At once.
linked to trophies exactly post. So even that, and a lot of people in the know are saying it's more akin to how American sport contracts are done.
Yes. Which, because.
Well, I mean, he does own 20% of the Dodgers, Todd Bowie.
So he's used to not winning anything.
So the one thing we're looking for, and of course the Ronaldo link and everything, when you come in, you want a statement signing, right?
Yeah.
So when, the new guys came in at City, they go after Robinho, there was Tevez, there was Aguero, whenever there's kind of been a new shift, they go for a statement. Roman, if not a statement player, and there were a couple
Drogba.
of big players, Mourinho was his statement, right?
Statement, yeah.
Who's Todd's statement?
It's a very good question.
Is it Sterling? Is Sterling enough for him?
I don't
No.
think so. There's no way. I think
Is it Neymar?
But also, he's got a player like
don't
Raheem
think-
Sterling, though.
I would love Neymar to come.
To Chelsea.
Yeah.
You don't like stability, eh?
No,
You think Paul Pogba's a nightmare?
Please
No,
do it.
no,
Please.
no.
Please.
I know.
10th again.
I will drive him there.
10th again.
I will drive him in my Kia.
If you guys sign Neymar, 10th again.
The thing is, right? I know a lot of people probably disagree with me, but I would love to see Neymar in the Premier League, and it'll be cool just to have him back in. And at Chelsea, our number 9 is cursed. We don't have
Hold on.
a single number 9 since Drogba that can actually hold it down.
Hold on.
God, is Fraud Watch coming up?
No, it's not fraud watch. Neymar's not a fraud. I just question his how much responsibility he actually wants. You're complaining about a guy like Paul Pogba, right?
Yes.
And you want to sign Neymar.
I don't think it would be expensive. He doesn't want to be in PSG
It's
anymore.
the same thing.
What?
You might as well sign Paul Pogba.
No, but Pogba's a fraud.
Listen,
He's a confirmed fraud.
I think you guys are throwing some.
He's played every major final.
Paul Pogba?
Every major final.
Right.
Think about it. He's played in every major final.
I want to paint a picture for you here, right, Ryan?
Go ahead.
Let's do this. Let's be realistic. And we're going Neymar, Ronaldo. Yeah, that's great. That's the Saudi Arabians didn't do it. The Americans sure as hell aren't going to do it, right? Here's a realistic scenario, a 100% realistic scenario. Okay, there's a lot of transfers, a lot of moving parts. At some point next season, you could have a back four of Marcus Alonso, Thiago Silva, Koulibaly, and Azpilicueta. Even I'm running past those guys.
Oh, you're getting chopped.
Even I'm getting past them.
Isn't Alonso out? I thought Alonso was sold to Barcelona.
No, well, listen, I'm talking theoretically. It's not done yet. It's not done yet. But I think you guys got a couple of problems there.
No, well, this is the thing. So Kimpembe is next on the list.
Rubbish.
And in my opinion, he should have been prioritized.
Okay.
No, 100%.
I want to present to you Exhibit A about Kimpembe. Firstly, he looks a little bit like the Roadrunner from the Looney Tunes cartoon, okay? Firstly. And I don't want to hark on glories and going back. Kimpembe has never recovered from fucking up that Champions League game against United.
Yes.
One of the many times they blew leads.
And then Ryan showed me a highlight slips. You saw what he did to France in the Euro. He had a 3-1 lead with 7 minutes left. What happened?
He is accident prone all over him. But anyway, Kimpembe. Now listen, at the time it's like Kimpembe, Jules Koundé. Like, okay, these could all happen, right?
Oh, and
they need to.
Wait. And then N'Golo Kante gets injured for a big part of the season.
Well, that happened last season.
Yeah, I know it did.
But
we had quite a few bad injuries last season.
Yeah. But look, I mean, even if we get into that, in front of that, you got Jorginho and
revolving door.
You know what I mean? You've got like quite a mature spine. Don't get me wrong, excellent footballers, but I mean, are we not top loading the team here? Even with Raheem Sterling,
they're top heavy. Chelsea are top heavy
because you got Mason Mount and Pulisic are the same player. I don't care what anyone says.
Yes,
they do the same job, play the same position, same player.
And Pulisic will never leave because he's American.
No, he's not. Well, exactly. He's
going to be top.
But he does things. But Pulisic does things. Like he's the most foul player in the Premier League.
Well, okay, but the same. They're the same player.
Yeah, true.
Now you got Sterling, who also kind of operates in the same. Your Timo Werner, Kai Havertz. You're relying.
They don't know what Kai Havertz is.
Are you going into a season where you were third last season comfortably? You want to make a challenge, and you're going to play Kai Havertz and Raheem Sterling going to score your goals?
I mean, Kai Havertz wasn't doing a bad job towards the end of last season.
But I still think he's playing within himself.
No, look, he was a midfielder when he came in. He's sort of... I don't know where his best...
What do you mean he was a midfielder? He was a centre attacking mid for Leverkusen.
That's what I meant. But what I'm saying is, Kai Havertz didn't do a bad job up front last year.
He didn't, but like...
Season.
But... What else was he going to do? Because you bought a United reject for £100 million that stank up the bed.
Oh, Lukaku.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lukaku was... Listen, I think Lukaku took everyone by surprise.
And he was better at Chelsea than he was at United.
What do you mean he was better? What do you mean he was better at Chelsea? He
was so overweight at United.
Where's that popcorn? Let me just get open this.
Hold on. Thank you, Paulo.
Popcorn, yeah.
He was better at United. Do you think about the stuff that you're saying? He scored 27 goals in his debut season for United. And how many did he score at Chelsea?
I'm not sure.
So Ryan's comment, to be fair, is Lukaku was a house when he was at Chelsea.
At United.
At United. I went to go watch a game at that point. That guy was not wearing club shop shirts. That was 7XL. He was huge.
My question is, how many goals did he score in his debut season at Chelsea? And how many did he score at United?
Okay, listen.
We finished second, Lukaku.
What is it you said to me the other day, right? Mm-hmm. Numbers never lie, but they don't tell the full story.
Fraud.
At Chelsea? Yeah, he's not there at Chelsea. No. We at least slow roasted him. He scored for us.
Look, Lukaku's a very complicated character, I think, all round. He's at Inter. He leaves England because he goes, England never give me the love
fair
I want.
shot.
Right, the appreciation on. Goes to Italy, has it all that love. Okay, probably financially they couldn't keep him, right? So maybe it was forced on him.
I've got a chip on my shoulder.
The second he lands in Chelsea, I want to go back to Inter. He's a very... listen, he's cooked his goose, can never set foot in a Premier League club. If any Premier League... Maybe Everton, when they do their 5th iteration and Donny van der Beek's the manager, maybe then they'll bring him back. But like, honestly, he's done. And
remember, he had to issue that apology a couple of months ago.
But my thing is, you don't say that about... You don't say that about your manager. Or how did he think it was going to end up?
But just on the Lukaku thing, it's easy to be wise after the fact, right? Tell me you did not automatically, because I did, and a lot of very clever people automatically make Chelsea European champions. Remember, Thomas Tuchel came in halfway through the season, won the Champions League with them. Yeah. Then they add Lukaku, who had come out of Inter Milan, top scorer,
And he looked hungry for it.
Did you not, the day he signed, said league champions?
I said top 2.
Okay, well, fair enough.
100.
Fair enough.
And also,
right?
and also, if you're signing somebody for 90, we'll call it 100 million pounds. That's a signal of intent.
But I don't think that's Chelsea's fault.
No, but I'm saying that's a signal of intent, and they paid it without flinching.
That failure was on Lukaku. Lukaku is
that's all in. Yeah.
There's something with him. He's got something. He's
got a chip on his shoulder.
So let's move on from Lukaku. You still don't have a number 9. Still don't have a striker.
No.
But do you need one?
No.
Well, I don't. I think at this point,
no.
With Sterling coming in, I don't think we.
You got Timo Werner, guys.
No, I know, but Timo Werner hasn't been doing much.
So Sterling,
but Timo Werner always looks. Do you know what the thing is about Timo Werner? Yes, the goals haven't come, but Timo Werner is always a threat. I'm sorry, Timo Werner is always a threat. And the day that guy gets, if he scores like 3 on the trot, guys, watch.
You know the thing with Timo Werner and Ryan, I want you to like kind of come in here on this as well. Even if he's not scoring, he's doing something.
Yes, he's contributing.
He's intricate.
You know, with Lukaku, if Lukaku wasn't scoring, he didn't do much else.
Yes.
Timo Werner's chasing, he's harrying, pulling people out, dropping. He's doing things
Creating
for
chances,
you,
yeah.
right? And you'll take that any day.
Yeah.
You take that any day, and you can kind of excuse, okay, he doesn't score goals, but he's doing a lot, right? And probably needs to be a bit more selfish, to be honest.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
because he's a lot like Wayne Rooney used to be.
Yes.
Because Wayne Rooney was everywhere. When it came to actually being calm to score a goal, he was flustered.
What was our gripe? I don't know about you, but as my friends and I, as United fans, we used to say, he's not enough of a dog. He doesn't have that Liverpool bastard in him.
Yes, that selfishness.
Yeah, that Liverpool bastard in him. He didn't have that.
So, again, Ryan, Sterling, you say. We go to the Gabriel Jesus thing. We spoke about Gabriel Jesus in the Arsenal episode.
That would have been a good addition.
Okay. Gabriel Jesus, the problem doesn't change though. When you're at City, you may not play every game. When you play, you get a lot of chances. Even Gundogan scores a lot of goals in City, right?
Yes.
You get a lot of chances. Sterling, we don't know yet. We don't know how Chelsea's going to play, whatever. We don't know this yet. But you do not see Chelsea creating the same amount of chances because Sterling misses chances.
Oh, he's inconsistent. Yeah, I agree with you.
He misses absolute sitters. Absolute, but he'll score like a cracker. But my thing is about that as well, because now it's...
Wait, fraud watch or nah?
Nah, Raheem Sterling's done enough not to be on fraud watch.
No, it's Raheem Sterling, and you know, don't underestimate. Just because he's been around a long time and we've seen him, we can
He's only 27.
He's only 27. You know,
and he started at Liverpool when he was 17. So.
And what I hope for Raheem Sterling in this is he's never owned a club. It's never been his team.
Yes.
At Liverpool, he was the youngster, and it was Suarez and Sturridge, right? And Gerrard. It wasn't his. At City, he was one of the others. Yes.
Yeah,
City, there's
a
none.
sidekick, yeah.
This is his chance to be, and it's great. London boy comes back. This can be his club, and I really hope that for him. That he comes out of it, goes, this is my team. Everything he has built for me.
Until they sign Neymar.
Ryan's on the way. You know, if Chelsea sign, because Ryan, did you ever see Ryan's Neymar indoor boots?
No.
He doesn't even play indoor soccer.
No.
He does. His Neymar. Ryan will have the Chelsea kit, all of them, all 3, plus the commemorative, all with Neymar on the back of the shirt. You know it.
But you touched on
the Neymar.
You touched on
He's got the Neymar Jordan boots.
You touched on a very interesting point. Fraud watch Koulibaly, putting him on.
Okay, so let's go to the back line, right?
I'm putting him on.
So
everybody, can I just say from this Koulibaly story, like everybody's been giving me so much shit saying that he's too old and he shouldn't have been the priority signing. But as I brought up to you earlier, Senzo, he's the same age as Van Dijk, but no one seems to be bitching about Van Dijk.
Van Dijk has played in England. He played in England before. He knows how to deal with it. Koulibaly played in Italy. Do you know what goes on in Italy? Paint drying.
No, but listen, dare I say, I think it's less about signing Koulibaly and more about the fact that you've lost Rudiger. Rudiger is low key.
The best centre back in the world.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, we Van Dijk and Ruben Dias, but Rudiger is, so it's less about what you've got and more about what you lost, and that's going to be a big thing, especially when his partner is Thiago Silva. And Thiago Silva, listen, also defying his age, I'm not going to knock the guy, But there's a stage where 37 years old shows itself. You know what I mean?
And especially when you're playing against Haaland,
and once it shows itself,
as well.
once your age shows yourself in football,
there's no coming back.
you do not. You know, we saw it with Gary Neville.
We've also lost Christensen, which
And
I'm
that's
pretty pissed about.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Everyone's
That was
talking
a
about
horrible loss.
I agree with you.
Go on,
I agree with you. So, yes, Koulibaly, we don't know. And we got to go on evidence. The guy's been linked to the Premier League for ages. I'm not as down on him as you are. I think he'll be. He's as good a defender as you're going to get, right?
Do you think he's like Konate at Liverpool?
Yeah. But he doesn't do it by himself. And you always need a defensive pairing. You know, you speak about United. You need the two.
My big issue with what Chelsea are doing now, you can see what they're doing at the back. Why would you prioritize Nathan Ake if Kunde is... I'm throwing everything to Kunde. We've done the Ake thing as well before.
It's probably because he's a Chelsea boy.
Yeah.
And then they'll give him first priority.
And maybe they got to get some homegrown credits or something like that.
Sure.
I mean, check in Mason Mount. That man will never ever be like excluded from that squad.
Mason Mount is Mr. Chelsea.
He's Mr. Chelsea.
He is the best example of academy.
It's Mason Mount's team at the moment.
Yeah, 100%.
Would you agree, Paulo?
It is, and look, I mean,
he's the star boy.
He is the star boy, and you know we're picking apart at Chelsea because that's what we're going to do. Listen, let's not just forget Reece James, Ben Chilwell, Mason Mount. I mean, those three are world class footballers. Hakim Ziyech, inconsistent, but that guy will pull something out the bag. Kai Havertz. So
brilliant.
yes, but Chelsea is
Kovacic.
I mean, listen,
that's a baller.
I've spoken about Kovacic, probably one of the most underrated midfielders in the Premier League, right?
He's a baller.
It's never mind you get into Callum Hudson-Odoi.
Honestly.
And maybe Chelsea decide to keep him Amanda Broja. Like, everyone wants him, you just keep him. There's still a lot there in Chelsea, but they're very hard to read because as you go, as much as you can name positives, you can name just as many negatives. And in and amongst, because once the season starts, Todd Bowley's irrelevant. Now he's the guy. He can, once the season, unless he starts interfering with Tuchel, which, who knows, he may.
Yeah,
he may.
Yeah.
One thing I will say about Todd Bowley that I've noticed is at least he gets involved in all the signings. He is literally right up front.
Careful what you wish for.
You're dealing with him.
Careful what you wish for.
Yeah, and it might be a precedent now because it's still new and stuff.
I want to talk to you about another group of American owners who also own sports teams there called the Glazers.
Oh, yes.
Okay, who also through proxies, but not having that proper structure. With Roman, you had Bruce Buck, you had Marina, you had Czech. It was very clear the process, right? If Todd Bowley's in the room with George Mendes, the late Mina Raiola's people, and he's having these conversations, they're pulling him to pieces because it's a different game. So I expect Chelsea to make a few transfer mistakes if he carries on doing that. His job has got to be, before Neymar, before anything, get someone to handle that for you. Because that's not your game, bro.
Because that's why I say
it's cool now.
That's why I said Marina's gone.
Go get Marina back. What's she doing? Go get her back. Go get her back.
Honestly, go get her back.
She'll do it.
Even Czech walked away.
Yeah.
When that happened, I got nervous. I was like, what are we walking into?
So I know what you're saying. Like, I get it. It's cool to be front and center and be, but also that's cool now. What about when Dodgers start? What about this? What about that? Where do you go then? And trust me, Chelsea will get their pants pulled down.
I'm gonna call first or second. I said this to Senzo earlier. First or second this season.
If I have to say something, I think of that top four, you can kind of see a situation where they don't move. They probably just swap positions. But if there's a team in the top four, most at threat of falling out completely, it's Chelsea.
It's Chelsea. It's too unstable. Like, there's a lot going on.
You don't know what happens. You don't know how. You knew how Roman reacted when Tuchel failed, right? You know how he reacted. You're out. And I get the next in. Because managers change. Yeah. Right? Everything here.
We all know what Chelsea's model is.
Marina, Bruce Buck, all of that. That stays
the way it is.
You move. And that's always worked.
We don't know what happens. The Chelsea model is, what can you do for me now?
Yeah. Yeah. We don't know what happens. We don't know how he reacts.
Because with Roman it was, you may or may not be here in 6 months.
And you don't spend how much? 5 billion? Was that the final deal?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, you don't spend 5 billion to be nice guy for too long.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I'm still calling it.
Hey, it's your team. You got to do it. We've got to back it. Listen, we're covering off all the teams in the Premier League. Next 2 episodes are the big 2. I don't believe they'll be the big 2 at the end of the season. Thanks for listening to this episode. Share it with your Chelsea friends. And check back, see if we're right, at The Real PTP and at
Oxley. But don't forget to look out for these spaces that we're gonna start doing when the season starts.
some Twitter Spaces.
Twitter Spaces.
We are Working Title FC.
Or Working Title FC 69.
69.
Still figuring it out.
We really should have. Maybe that's why the first show flopped.
Maybe.
Shouldn't get our shit together.